Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna is the lover of Radha. He displays many amorous pastimes in the groves of Vrindavan. He is the lover of cowherd maidens of Raja, the holder of the great hill named Govardhana, the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the delighter of the inhabitants of Raja, and he wanders in the forest along the banks of the river Yamuna. So this is the translation of this prayer, and this is Prabhupada's favorite prayer. So he suggested that before we start any class, especially Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever, we should sing this song. There's a few incidents happen whereby Prabhupada, what do you call? When he was singing this song, he went into trance, all right? Trance, ecstatic, all right? He just suddenly became jammed, all right? Such a wonderful song. Okay. So before we start, I would like to welcome all of you. So today is 2nd November 2023. You see how fast the time flies, right? Before we could even think of, we are already in the final, in the 11th month, okay, of the year. Okay, then after that, December, then 2023 is gone for good. Okay, so that's what is happening. Time is flying. All right, they call time as what they call as a snake serpent. That's why there's a term called Kala Sarpa. Okay, so I hope that now is Damodara month. I hope that all of you just offered ghee lamb to Lord Damodara and relishing the pastimes of Lord Damodara, because this month is very auspicious. Okay, I hope that please go on doing it. Now let's do our pranam mantra. invocation, please meditate that Srila Prabhupada right in front of you. Just meditate, you are having a flower in your hand, any kind of flower, and you are offering flower to Srila Prabhupada and also the Guru Parambara. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasacha Desatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupa Nuga Viruda Pasidanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Samboje Padambuja Yete Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupa Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nidasa Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannatha Yate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Paditanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Suratau Pangur Mama Manda Matirgati Mat Sarvasva Padam Boja Radha Madana Mohanau Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimat Ratnagar Singhasanastau Srimat Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishtali Visevya Manosmarami Sriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsivata Tatastita Karshan Venu Swanir Gopir Gopinata Sri Stuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivashari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Om Tat Sat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. So, we're going to continue on chapter 10, text 24. Okay, and this is the chapter that's starting from Krishna is what? He's explaining his opulence. All right, how opulent he is. Okay, and also what Krishna says, I only will tell you which is only prominent because there are so many, and you only mention the most prominent one. Okay, that means from the text 21, we can see Krishna is explaining all the opulent about him. Last week we did 23. Rudranam Shankarachasmi Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasham Vashunam Chasmi Meru Shikarinang Aham. Of all Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am Lord of Wealth Kubera. And of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And the mountain, I am Meru. And here, you're going to speak on okay. Now we're going to go to text 24. text 24. Okay, let's do this. Purodasang, Purodasang cha Mukyam Mang Vidhi Partha Brhaspatim Senantinam Ahang Skandaha Asmi Sagaraha. Okay, I just learned something new last week that okay, I think this is the word here. If I'm not mistaken, is that the word? I think so. Right. It means there's one word is not available in any language in the world, even in any of the Indian language like Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannadam, right? Anything. No language is they have this sound. Only Sanskrit has. Okay, the sound is this R dot at the bottom. R dot at the bottom. You know how the sound? R. R. Okay, the sound R. Because sometimes in Tamil we call R, ru, ri, or something like that. But here the sound is R. So Brahaspati, brr. Okay, like vroom, room, room, rrr. So the word rrr, of course, in pronunciation we all have that word, but in what they call in okay, in pronunciation we have these words, but in words in alphabet. Okay, this is the only word. All right. Okay, now let's do this. So how are we going to pronounce Brahaspatim? Brahaspatim. All right, like Krishna. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's do this. So whenever we see a O, we can pull the raga. We can pull the raga O or E. All right, O or E. Where's E? Okay, like here E. All right, E. We can pull the raga. Do not need to put any dash on top. Okay, A with a dash means we pull the raga. M with a dot on top, we're going to pronounce on the nose. All right. Say like for instance, Narasimha. So when you see the word Narasim, the M will have a dot there. So we can pronounce it Narasimha. At the same time, you also can pronounce Narasingha. All right. So like that. Okay. Then what else? Okay, I with a dot. Also we can pull the raga ni. Okay, ahang skandaha. Sarasam asmi sagaraha. Okay. Now let's do this. Purodasang cha mukyang mang Vidhi Partha Brahaspatim Senaninang Ahang Skandaha Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha Purodasang cha Mukyang Mam Vidhi Partha Brahaspatim Senaninang Ahang Skandaha Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha Purodasam cha Mukyang Mang Vidhi Partha Brahaspatim Senaninam Ahang Skandaha Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha. Okay, who like to try? Who like to try? Hello, anybody home?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, shall I try?
Okay. Okay, now first with Itigash, second will be Saraswati Mataji, third will be Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu. Okay? Okay, Itigash, start.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Purudasham cha mukyam mam vidhi partha birhasti padim senaninam aham skanda sarasam asmi sagara.
Okay, nice. Good try. Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Saraswati Mataji.
Prodasham cha mukhyam mam Vidhi Partha.
Mataji, you're reading from where? From the screen, or you got a book with you?
I'm reading from the
Screen.
screen, yes.
Okay. No, because you must, this is one sentence, then you go to the next sentence.
Okay.
Purodasang cha mukyam mang. Then go to the next one. Vidhi Partha Brahaspati. Okay?
Okay.
Because just now you're saying Prodosam cha mukyam cha vidhi. You know, you're combining these two.
Yes.
Okay. Try again.
Purotasham cha mukhyam mam
Mhm.
Vidhi Partha Prahaspadim Sananinam Aham Skanda
Kandaha.
Sarasham Sarasham Asmi Sagara.
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 Means ocean.
Thank
Okay.
you, Prabhu.
All right. Next, Prabhu. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu.
Puru dasamsa mukhin mam vidiparta bharaspadim senainam aham skanda sarsam asme sagara.
Sagara. All right. Nice. So, Purodasang cha mukyang mang Vidhi Partha Brahaspatim Senaninahang Skandaha Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha. Let's look at the word by word. Prodasam. Prodasam means of all priests. Cha also. Mukyam. In Tamil also we use the Mukyamana number. Mukyam, the chief. Mam, me. Vidhi, understand. Partha, O son of Partha. Brahaspatim. So Brahaspati. Senaninam, of all commanders, Senadipati, Senaninam. Aham, I am. Skandaha, Kartigeya. Sarasam, of all reservoirs of water. Okay. Asmi, I am. Sagara, the ocean. So now let's look at this translation. Namam Vishnu Padai Krishna Vasthe Bhutali Shrimati Jayapataka Swami Tinamni Namacharya Padai Gita Kripa Pradayani Gaura Katatam Tai Nagara Gramatari. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So now Krishna is further explaining his opulent. All right, what he's saying of priests. I mean, there are so many priests, but what he's telling of priests, Arjuna, know me to be the chief, Brahaspati. So Brahaspati is the chief of all priests. Okay, of general, among the generals, Senadipati, I am Kartikeya. Okay, there are many stories about Kartikeya. Example, Mother Parvati wanted a son look like his brother, very beautiful, very handsome. All right, that's why in Tamil we also call Murugan as Alagar Sami. Okay, and also we call Perumal, Lord Vishnu also as Alagar Sami. All right, so he's telling that among the generals I am Kartikeya, and of all bodies of water I am the ocean. Okay, he's known as the ocean. Okay, that means look at the purport. Indra is the chief demigods. Chief is the chief demigod of the heavenly planet. Okay, Indra is the chief devata of the heavenly planet. Okay, and he's also known as the king of heavens. Okay, he's the king of heaven. Okay, the planet on which he reigns called Indraloka. That means the place that he controls is called Indraloka. So Brahaspati is Indra's priest. That means who? That means in the kingdom of Indraloka, Brahaspati is the priest. Okay, and since Indra is the chief of all kings, so Brahaspati is the chief of all priests. And as Indra is the chief of all kings, similarly Skanda or Kartikeya, the son of Parvati and Lord Shiva. Okay, there are stories about the birth of Skanda or Kartikeya in Ramayana. It's a very interesting story, but here we see that that means similarly Skanda or Kartikeya is the son of Parvati and Lord Shiva, is the chief of all military commanders. Okay, chief of all military commanders, and of all bodies of water, the ocean is the greatest. This representation of Krishna only gives hints of his greatness. This representation only gives hints. Okay, Now, when we look at this thing, when you look at this Kartikeya, Murugan, so one of that authorized scripture that this parambara, the Vaishnava parambara that follows, okay, and refer is Skanda Purana. In Skanda Purana, got so much of like last week we studied about Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva's what they call the one he spoke is what they call Padma Purana, Padma Purani. And after that, his son, who went and this thing, he spoke on Skanda Purana. So in Skanda Purana, I mean, the instructions about Lord of the worship and also the rituals and the philosophy part. Okay, there's a lot of things that's been elaborated. Okay, because suddenly I can't recall because I was just thinking of some of the Skanda Purana story. I can't recall now. Anyway, so that's one of the authorities. Okay, okay. Now, since it's a very short verse, let's go to the next one. Text 25. Maharishinam Burgur Aham Giram Asmekam Aksaram Yagnanam Japo Yagnosmi Stavaranam Himalayaha. So what Krishna is saying here in text 25 is saying, of all the great sages, I'm Bhrigu. Okay, among the great sages, I'm Bhrigu Muni. Right? The vibration, I am the transcendental Om. Among the vibration, I am the transcendental Om, Omkara. And of sacrifice, I am the chanting of the holy name, Japa. And the immovable thing, I am the Himalayas. All right? Now let's look at this. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe. Okay, who was the first person to be born here? Is Brahma. Okay. Now, the first living creature within this universe created several sons. He created several sons for propagation of various kinds of species. Okay, because Krishna wanted this material universe to manifest, and he have appointed Brahma as the engineer. So from Brahma, he went and created varieties of species. It is innumerable. There are 8,400,000 species, innumerable. And among all the species, the human species is the very rare one. All right. And among all the species, human varieties, there are 400,000 types. And out of that 400,000 types, okay, the one that are very, very fortunate, the most fortunate one, okay, will be born in some sort like a civilized place with some kind of knowledge. Okay, imagine we born in a remote jungle of Brazil in Amazon River. All right, just imagine how our life going to be. From morning till night, our job is to hunt. Then hunt, take care of the children, and do some farming, and that's it. You go on doing this, and suddenly there'll be a conflict from another tribe, from another maybe across the river or another part, and they'll be just fighting among themselves. They are semi-human. That means they are half human, half animal. So when we look at this, how fortunate are we? Out of so many species, now we got a chance of being born as a human being. Okay, human being. All right. Anyway, so now he had several. Okay, who are the sons, some of the sons that he has? Some of the sons like what they call the four boys, the four Kumaras, right? Like that. Okay. So now among the sons, Bhrigu is the okay. Among these sons, Bhrigu is the most powerful sage. So Bhrigu also is one of Brahma's son. And of all transcendental vibration, there are transcendental vibration, which is spiritual. Om. Okay, Om. So this is called, in other words, it's also called as Omkara. Omkara. Okay, represents Krishna. Okay, what is Om actually? I think I have spoke about this before. Om is like addressing the Lord. Okay, when you see the king, you call your highness. When I see a man, Mr., When I see a women, Miss, Mrs., Madam, like that, we that's why we address a person. Yes or not? So Om is actually addressing the Lord. Okay. So now it says the among all the transcendental vibrations, that means the Om is something that the whole universe, it is filled with the Om. Even when we're going to keep quiet in one secluded place, we can hear the sound. Oh, it's a sound of a universe that vibrates from the body of Krishna. Okay, so Omkara, Om, is also represents Krishna. Okay, now let's look at the sacrifice. Okay, of all sacrifice, this is very important. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So now, what? Okay, of all sacrifice, the chanting of, okay, of all sacrifice. So that means sacrifice. Sacrifice means is what? As far as we have understood in this contaminated place, sacrifice means sacrificing an animal. Okay, or sacrificing something. But he says of all sacrifice. So chanting of the Hare Krishna, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. That is the pure sacrifice. Okay. So in fact, in Vedic literature also, they say sometimes animal sacrifice are recommended. Okay. But okay, what is animal sacrifice recommended? Okay, the one you can see in Markandeya Purana. In Markandeya Purana, you can see varieties of animal sacrifice. Okay, because we read before that whatever things that what they call when we eat without offering, we are considered thief, and we are merely eating sin. Okay, so what is the recommendation of the Bhagavad Gita? Which verse is that, Dinesh? Do you remember the verse? Because Dinesh is my walking Bhagavad Gita.
Regarding what?
Huh?
Regarding what?
The sacrifice. That means if you eat without
3.9.
Huh?
3.9.
Wow. Fantastic. 3.9. No, not this one. Offering food. This is in chapter 2, right?
No, in 3.9. Got
3.9.
Mm.
No, work done as sacrifice Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, no, not this one. That whatever things that you that says that offer to the demigods.
Yeah, starts from 3.9 onwards. Few verses.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So now when you look at so that means it says here, when you look at 3.9, 11, okay, 11, the demigods being pleased with by sacrifice will also please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. So in this verse, what we understand here, favor from certain demigods. Okay. Is my internet okay? All right. So if we want to get any favor from any certain demigods, devatas, we do some kind of sacrifice. Okay. So there are three kinds of people: people in mode of goodness, people in mode of passion, and also people in mode of ignorance. Okay. Who are the people in mode of ignorance? People of mode of ignorance, they worship, all right, certain devatas. Okay, certain devatas which look ghastly, which look very gory, right? And those people are in a mode of passion, they'll worship a certain devatas, and the people who are in a mode of goodness, they will worship a certain types of devatas. So animal sacrifice are something that usually they sacrifice to the one who like Kala Bhairava, like in Malaysia we call like Muniswaran, or like Kali Batra Kali, all these kind of things. Okay, and who are the people who do that? The people who are in a mode of ignorance. Okay, like what do you call? Like the people are in ignorance. That means people are in so much of ignorance, they do that to get the favor from them. So according to the Vedic injunction, okay, nothing can be eaten without first offering in sacrifice. I mean, in those days, right? So that means even if you are in mode of ignorance, even if you feel like eating an animal, you have to first sacrifice it first to that certain devatas, and after sacrificing that animal, and you eat it. All right. But now, as Kali Yuga progressed, what happened in Calcutta? Calcutta, they have the biggest slaughterhouse. And there's a place where they slaughter thousands of goats on a daily basis. And it's so terrible. All right. So what they do, they will bring that, they'll have a big photo of that Batra Kali, the Calcutta Kali, and they slaughter all the goats in that name and saying that this meat is actually prasadam. So like that, there are many kinds of misconception. Like recently I shared a post in the group. To see that the amount of animals get killed on a daily basis. Did you all read that? According to the research they found out, on a daily basis, 900,000 cows are slaughtered per day. All right. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Now, per day, depends on. Can I just phone, is it? Okay, never mind. So now, per day, animals slaughtered, okay, worldwide. Okay, worldwide. So when we see here, per day, animals slaughtered worldwide. So they have 900,000 cows are killed daily. Can you see this? 900,000 cows are killed daily. And this cow has a lifespan at least 20 years. And they kill that cow within 2 to 3 years. All right. And also you see there are 1.4 million goats are also killed daily. Okay. 1.4 million goats. Can you imagine? Okay. Then 1.7 million sheep. Okay. And 3.8 million pigs. 11.8 million ducks. This is the worst thing. 202 million chicken. All right. Or in other words, it's roughly 140,000 per minute. Okay. Of course, 100. Okay. Millions of fishes, varieties of fish. Okay. So this is what is happening around the world now. Okay, this is what is happening around the world. That killing has become so rampant. Okay, we are seeing 900,000 animals, cows are killed, 1.4 million goats, 1.7 million sheep, 3.8 million pigs, 11.8 million ducks, and 202 million chickens. That's roughly 140,000 per minute. This is not including of what they call, not inclusive of the eggs. How many tons, how many hundreds of thousands of eggs are produced daily and consumed? Nowadays, you see anything that we touch is tainted with egg. And some silly Hindus, foolish priests, all right? I don't know which foolish priest from Hinduism, he said egg is vegetarian. That's the most craziest thing they have ever said it. And now everyone is following, no, Friday I'm a vegetarian, but I eat egg. Why? Egg is vegetarian. Since when egg became vegetarian? You should see the way the egg is produced. In those days, I'm not sure, but now they call current mutta, right? How they produce the egg? They electrocute the chicken. Okay, the chicken will start. They'll put the egg will start. The electric, all the egg will start dropping down. That crazy. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, we are living in this kind of environment. We are living in a very nasty environment. How are we supposed to get mercy of the Lord? Right? This is Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga, we are living in a very horrible place. We are living in a very horrible situation. So now, when you see, we are, okay, now let's show you. Okay, now in this place, we are living okay. So now we are living in this kind of darkness. We are living in this kind of darkness. All right? We are living here. All right. Roughly, in your opinion, how many devotees are there in Malaysia? Can you just guess? Can give us some rough idea? Anyone? Hello? Saraswati Mataji, how many devotees are there in Malaysia roughly? Don't know. Okay, what is the Malaysian population? Finish? 34 million.
34.
Huh?
32.
32 million. All right. Now, let's say there are approximately 10,000 devotees in Malaysia. Is it too little? What do you think? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, what do you think, Prabhu?
1/3 only.
Why nobody participating? All busy, is it?
No. 1/3. 1/3, Prabhu. I say 1/3.
No, it cannot be 1/3. I got so much of devotees. Right? Say lah, roughly 10,000 devotees. 10,000 devotees are practicing or aspiring or got to know what is Krishna like. No, okay lah, trying out this Krishna conscious and everything. Roughly 10,000. So when we take the 10,000, divide by 32 million times by 100%, we only have 0.03% people. So that means in the whole world, okay, what is the whole population now? What is the whole population? Anyone?
8 billion.
8 billion. Okay. So let's say in the whole wide world, okay, in Moscow got 10, okay, in the whole wide world, you got 500,000, all right, devotees, all right, 500,000 divided by 8 billion. Million, 1, 2, 3. Ayo, not enough, 800 million, all right. Okay, times 100. So roughly we have 0.006% of the world population are practicing bhakti. Or this is. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, we are just like a dot here. Can you see the dot? Some yellow dots?
Yes,
Can I not?
Prabhu.
Can you see these yellow dots? So just think about it, right? Just think about it. So we are just a tiny dot in this entire kingdom of madness of Kali Yuga. We are so insignificant. And imagine, how can we bring peace to this world? That's why you see the whole world is in turmoil. The whole world is in agitation. Why? Because of this bad karma. Those days, it was different. Those days, it was different. There was so much of goodness. But now, as Kali Yuga progress, we are becoming, the whole world is in absolute darkness. In this darkness, Krishna sent his missionaries, like Srila Prabhupada, like our spiritual master, the previous Acharya, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, okay, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, like today is a disappearance of Narottama Das Thakur. And Lord Chaitanya himself also came into this darkness. This place is so dark. It's a dungeon. At this dungeon, you can find something. But here, you can't find anything. And this place is an ocean of darkness. And this kind of dot, we are just like a star. Even if you look at the sky, you can see many stars. You don't see a scattered star. When you see a bunch of stars, you don't see one star at one corner, another star at another corner. Even the stars are not so, of course, it's divided, but in our naked eyes, it looks like as though they are all nearby. But imagine, my dear devotees, we are in a total darkness. How are we supposed to be liberated from this darkness? Think about it. We are not saying something that don't exist. We are saying facts. How long are we going to go on doing this? Right? Why not we put a full stop to our repeated birth and death? You know? So these are the things scattered. And as Kali Yuga progresses, like have you recently heard that Nasi Kanda Babi or something like that? Did you hear that in the news? Became quite a sensation. Did you heard it? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
New test right now.
And our
Yes,
funny thing is,
Babi
guy,
in Penang.
Penang la, KL.
Sorry.
So even now, Indians are start to sell pork. Gone. Sooner or later, like some Hindus, they say, yes, I'm a non-vegetarian. So I eat anything non-vegetarian, even beef. In Tamil Nadu, it's becoming a sensation, beef fry, beef 65. So we are deteriorating, right? And it's not surprising that people like Stalin's son, what do you call what is his name? This kind of somebody's background, right? So now you see that people like what the first name? Udayanidhi Stalin, Udayanidhi, right? That kind of curses are coming and creating more havoc. And now you see the conflict in the Middle East. The conflict in the Middle East, right? So what is that conflict is all about, right? So, but the conflict, okay, what is the cause of the conflict? Okay, the thing is, okay, the question is, why conflict? Why? Why the two parties are fighting? For what reason? What are they trying to achieve? Okay, we have seen so many conflicts in our life. Then we saw that Iraqi war. Then we see Iraqi invade Kuwait. Then this war. Then what is the reason of the war? The old people quarrel. The young people go to the battlefield and die. But what is the reason for the conflict? Okay, is because we are under the bodily identification. So when we really look at it, all the religious process in the world, they are speaking on bodily identification. I am a Christian, I'll be saved. I am so and so, I'll be saved. I am an Indian, so I'm a Hindu. So, and all this problem becomes of bodily conflict. All right, like how the India was separated, all the states became separated by language. This is the place of Tamil Nadu. Then the other place is all speak Malayalam, so it's become Kerala. All right. So when Tamil Nadu goes to Kerala, they say, oh, you Tamilan, you what they call? Madrasi. What are you doing here? So that means even in India, they are not united. It's all because of that bodily conception. So what is the difference between other religion and the religion of Hare Krishna? They may ask, yes, all religion are nonsense. Like nowadays, the atheistic group is becoming more rampant. I rather be irreligion. I rather be dodging. I do not want to believe in such a God. The God says this, that God says that, and fight. So this is what is happening. As long as we identify with the bodily, we are suffering. But here, what we say is, Atato Brahma Jitna. That means you are not the body. So when we start to understand that you are not this body, but your spirit soul, you have no conflict with whoever it is. We do not have a conflict. We don't have any conflict with anyone. Okay? You want to call me whatever, go ahead and call me because you're just calling me. All right? Just like sometimes when we drive a car, suddenly, they say, oh, look at that idiot Mercedes Benz. The fellow just entered my lane. Look at the stupid fellow. Oh, what we do not curse the driver, we only curse the car. Look at the flow. Look at this flow. That Mercedes flow suddenly entered and banged the motorbike flow, So we're just talking on the vehicle part. So this body is a vehicle. So we are here. We are in ignorance. Sorry, not we, me. I'm always reminding myself. First thing I wake up in the morning, I just say, I am not this body. Do you really believe in it? Patita, Tarana. I look at my face in the mirror. Do you really believe that you're not this body? We can believe that we are not this body when we are healthy. But when you are hungry and you're sick, can you still believe you're not this body? What do you think? Huh?
Very difficult, Prabhu.
Huh?
Very difficult.
Very difficult.
Say that, but to follow is difficult, Prabhu.
Yeah. No, but see, when you're hungry, I'm not this body, so therefore I'm not hungry. Can we say that? No. When I'm having a headache, like now I'm having a headache, very severe headache. Just, I am not this body, but my head is aching. So there are so many things. We are in big trouble. But in this darkness, the Kali Yuga is becoming more and more darker. It will become more and more darker. Right? Sooner or later, all these things will start to disappear. All right? All these things start to disappear. Okay? These things poop disappear. One by one, it start disappearing. Right? Things are becoming more and more crazy. So what are we supposed to do? So that's why we are not this body. But how can we believe that I'm not this body? How am I supposed to believe? Our body got 5 elements. Okay, something which I can't see. Or there's water, earth, fire, ether. I can't see where's the water in my body. I don't know where is the fire. Of course, the digestion fire. There's my stomach. There's a digestion fire. Yes, fair enough, but I can't see. Right? I got water. Whose background? Please mute. Okay. So then he says, okay, I am all the 5 elements I can see. All right. Then after that, working senses, knowledge acquiring senses, and everything. But the problem is, how am I supposed to agree I'm not this body? We know, yes, theoretically, but when we will understand we are not this body, because we have anything subtle body which can't be seen, which is mind, intelligence, and ego. and ego. So this subtle thing is so powerful. This subtle thing that basically cannot make us to feel that I'm not this body. It's almost impossible. You know, it's almost impossible to believe that I'm not this body. Oh, sorry, the word is wrong. Okay, intelligence. So this is something that cannot agree. But how am I? But what is the thing? The deal is when you believe in that I'm not this body, that's when you qualify to go back home, back to Godhead. When you start to feel that I am a spirit soul, I'm an eternal servant of Krishna, that's when you can go back home, back to body. But the problem is, how am I supposed to do? How? So that's why the only way that we can perform, where is it? Okay. The only way that we can come out of this is here. What he says, by the chanting of Hare Krishna, because it's the purest representation of Krishna. Because only the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Now you all know that, in Malaysia, they have already, this group of Malays, the Malays have already boycotted McDonald's and, the Muslims boycotted McDonald's and Starbucks. What happened? Now all the Starbucks players are crying and putting some pathetic video on this thing. Oh, I got children to feed. I got children to feed. One rider says, I stopped doing riding. Now I'm selling nasi lemak. All these kind of funny, pathetic things. Who ever thought that this industry like McDonald's can collapse? Nobody even thought, even in the wildest dream. Right? Maybe when you talk about Starbucks coffee, maybe there's other things, but you talk about McDonald's. Every property price shoot up when there's a McDonald's. Do you know that? This is in the property market, property industry, they speak that. When there is a McDonald's, the property around that area will shoot. The price will shoot. They were that distinct. And today, they have no business. Today, I went and checked out. I saw there's nobody there almost. There's one Chinese guy was sitting there. But nobody was there. Because all this, because they supported this Israel or something like that. And the entire Muslim community have already boycotted them. But now the scary part, what happened if one day they're going to turn back and they start to realize their power? Yes, if we boycott, the business can collapse. What happened if one day they're just going to boycott our worship, our way of life and everything? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? They say, yo, you cannot practice this thing. You cannot practice your religion. Yo, everything shut down. Everybody boycott. What's going to happen? Prabhupada predicted it will happen. As the Kali Yuga progress, it will happen. In another 10,000 years down the road, everything will happen. All that spiritual life will go to underground. Now itself, we are only dots in the darkness. Worldwide, even in Ipoh, even in Para, even in Malaysia, we are only few dots in this darkness. Is in the land of demons, demoniac things. How? So in Kali Yuga, the recommendation is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's the purest representation of Krishna. It is Krishna himself. We have to surrender unto the holy name of the Lord. If we don't surrender unto the holy name of the Lord, it's very hard. What is that conclusion of the Bhagavatam? Now we are reading Bhagavad Gita every Thursday. On every Tuesday, we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? When you see that, when you look at this Srimad Bhagavatam, all right, first, Canto 1 is start with the curse of Parikshit. Like that, it goes on. Okay, Canto 2, then Canto 3, Canto 4, Canto 5, Canto 6, it goes on. Right? Then after that, Canto 10 is a pastimes of Krishna. And Canto 11, it is more like a Kalki and all these other things. And Canto 12, the description of Kali Yuga. The description of Kali Yuga is very scary. All right? It's very scary. A devotee, a person came and wanted to go and speak to Maharaj Yudhishthira. All right? Maharaj Yudhishthira. They went and asked, dear Maharaj Yudhishthira, I say, you wanted to go and ask. He's a very clever king. He wanted to go and see him. But when he entered the palace, he was blocked by Bhima. And Bhima asked, where are you going? I said, I want to see Maharaj Yudhishthira. Why? I want to ask him some question. Why not you ask me? Why you need to ask him? Ask me. No, but I need to ask you. Yeah, you ask me. If I can't, then you go there. The first question is, okay, they had some dreams. He start to have some bad omens, right? He start to see what they call a land with a fence. And in his dream, he start to see the fence are getting smaller and smaller and smaller and eating up and spoiling the crop. What does it mean? And Bhima was, well, I don't know. Right. Okay. Second question. I took one full pail of water and I put it in a 3 jars. I take one pail of water, I pour it into 3 jars. Then from the jar, when I pour it back into the big pot, it only half. Why? I don't know. Okay, third one. I saw an elephant going through a needle. An elephant going through a needle. Okay. The whole elephant entered the needle hole, but only his tail got stuck. Then Bhima, I don't know. Okay. The fourth one. I saw a big boulder, big stone boulder. Everybody tried to push. No one can push. But suddenly a sadhu came. He took a chadar. Chadar, the chadar, the cloth. And he took one small nulu. He just took one nulu from the chadar. And he just pushed it. The whole boulder went off. Why? I said, I don't know. Okay. You please go and ask Yudhishthira. Okay. Then he went and spoke to Yudhishthira. And after he went and spoke to Yudhishthira, and he came back very happy. And Bhima asked him, so, did you speak to him? Yes. What was the answer? Okay, what was the first answer? All right. He said, okay, what is this? He said, these are some of the symptoms of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga. That means the first dream, the land with the fence around, the fence will start to shrink and spoil or eat up the crop. That means in Kali Yuga, the fence or our protective wall, who's supposed to protect us, will start to shrink and start to what they call misuses. All right. So example, like the government, right? The government will start to plunder from the people. Example like GST tax, unnecessary tax, inland revenue tax, or that tax. It's like Singapore is the worst. Even a person dies, he still have to pay tax. I remember a letter one my friend shared with me. They sent a reminder letter to the son after the father passed away. He said, your father still owes us 75 cents in tax. Official letter. Even the stamp duty, even the stamp costs you more than 70 cents. They actually said not a single penny can go wasted without you paying tax. So that means the thing that we trust start to shrink. Education is such a noble thing. And education became a business. Right? You want to go and do your medicine, you want to do your whatever this thing. It's such a terrible thing. Right? The legality, the medical, everything's supposed to be very noble. But now it has turned into business. Right? It's capitalism. All right. So that's the first thing. Okay. Second, the pot in a pot and transfer into 3 jars. Then pour it back, it's only half. Why? He said, people will lose their gratitude in Kali Yuga. You can be how loving to a person. You can pour your love out. But what you're going to receive from them is only half. So in Kali Yuga, people will lose gratitude. All right. The third thing, the big elephant enters the needle and only the tail gets stuck. It means all the big crime will be forgiven, but only the petty crime will be caught and punished. That's what is happening, right? When a person can steal billions of dollars and have gala time, but when a person go and steal a braid, will be sentenced to jail. We have seen it in Malaysia, right? He stole a small packet of milk powder because the child is in hunger. Because of that, that person is sentenced to what? 1 or 2 years jail, imprisonment. Utter rubbish. But a person who stole billions, they're having a gala time. Wonderful time. That is that madness of Kali Yuga. And another thing in Kali Yuga, the knowledge and the knowledgeable are not recognized. A person is recognized when that person is in great opulent. Right? When he's very rich and he's very opulent, he's considered having is considered what they call an authority, is considered a saintly person or whatever. Right? The money determines one's standard. Okay? Their high birth and low birth is no more, it's all money. So what I'm trying to tell you here, this is Kali Yuga. This is some of the description of Kali Yuga. If you're interested, you can go and check out Canto 12, the description of Kali Yuga. Very scary. The man will start to grow hair and the women start to cut the hair short. Sorry. A man will start to, what they call? Look at the hair. The man will start to do hair styling. And the women will cut the hair short. The women will lose their shyness. They will stand equally with the man. So these kind of things, all the things, just try to recall. So things are getting worse. Worse and worse. So in this kind of situation, a small thing can trigger a fight. Like what happened in Bangladesh, right? Where the Muslims start to destroy the Hindus, right? In Bangladesh. What was the reason? What was the reason? I think it was last year or 2 years ago, right? There was a big riot until they destroyed the ISKCON center. They killed one devotee, one brahmachari and all this. What is the reason? All right? Because this purposely, this one man went and put an Al-Quran at the feet of Hanuman. He purposely wanted to create a war. He wanted to create a kind of war after that Navaratri or some puja or something like that. He purposely wanted to do it. So after they check, so many people died. Then they found that thing. They found that man purposely taking one Al-Quran and put it at the feet of Hanuman. And that became an uproar. So that means now a single thing can trigger and a single thing can go to the level of killing each other. How are we supposed to get out from this place? So all this kind of problem is happening. So the only way that we can, so what we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we start to understand about Krishna, Krishna's opulence, Krishna's life, Krishna's this and that. Yes, fair enough. Then after that, we start to see about all the pastimes of Krishna, how beautiful Krishna is. Then we go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. All right? Chaitanya Charitamrita hasn't ended. One of the chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita is ISKCON, the pastime is still going on. Right? Then after that, what is the purpose? What is that? Is it that you're going to understand God? No. Yes, of course, you need to know who is God is actually fair enough. Krishna is there, Krishna is this. But the conclusion of all these things, it is that we should go into devotional service and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is the ultimate conclusion of this thing. So when we can go on chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, what will happen? So that's when we start to see that what happened? This okay. So that means we will start to break. Okay, that means the mind will become weak. All right. The intelligence, the mind will become purified. The intelligence become purified. When these two things purified, the ego, we start to identify myself. Yes, I'm not this body. So that's the only way. The only way that we can come out of this place is chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is very important. And of course, in this Damodara month, your chanting can be double, triple. This is actually a wholesale deal. Krishna told Mother, Radharani, in this month of Kartik, I want to give wholesale deal. Even they are not qualified. Even the person is not qualified. I give them the real mercy, the fantastic mercy. So this is the opportunity. Do not waste a single moment by not chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Carry a clicker with you, carry a japa with you. He says, okay, now I'm chanting 4 rounds. Okay, fair enough. But don't sit in 4 rounds forever. 8 rounds, yes, 8 rounds not enough. Minimum standard 16 rounds. Like someone asked, I was listening to a lecture, he says, why 16? Supposed to be 64. But what he property, he just gave 1/4 of that 64. So when people start to chant 16 rounds and they start to get the flavor and everything, they just increase to 32, increase to 48, then eventually come to 64. But whatever it is, keep that standard. If we don't chant, I mean, always I'm reminding myself, first thing in the morning, am I going to chant? Then I tell, yes, I'm going to chant. Question 2, am I going to chant attentively? My question is, I'm not sure. Then I tell myself, this is the day when it's gone forever. Like 2nd November is going to end in maybe another 4 hours, for 3 hours, 20 minutes from now. And 2nd November is gone for eternity. Every morning I'm waking up, I'm getting, what does it mean? I'm always reminding myself, I'm getting a second chance. Anytime things can happen. At that particular moment, if I am not ready, I have wasted my entire 45 years living in this world. And start back by entering into another womb, born, start all over again, maybe for the next another 50, 60, 70 years. Right? So what I'm saying, I was talking to one friend, he was telling, my astrology chart is not good. The planet is in bad position. Yeah, really, yeah, okay. But I've been listening to many lectures now. So one of the lectures says, see, it's very coincident. It's very coincident. In that lecture, very coincidentally, he said, yeah, someone went and see an astrologer, and that astrologer says your time is very bad. But do understand, this Kali Yuga is in a very bad situation. Everything is bad. Nothing is good. The time is not good. You're dissing 7.5 or 2.5, whatever half, or this and that, 12 years. Nothing matters actually, because we are in Kali Yuga. So we have to think about it. All right. And this particular month, okay, we just started, this 30th, okay, this is third day or something like that in Damodara Mas. Please, this particular month, dedicate your life. Oh, yes, Deepavali is coming. Yes, fair enough. Make that Deepavali as an opportunity. Whoever that comes into your house, first thing they have to do is to offer ghee lamp. Prepare many ghee lamp. Right? Many ghee lamp, or maybe you can use the kuchi and everything. Hi, welcome, happy Deepavali. Whenever your family members, whoever you are going to have a gathering, first thing you're going to pray, offer the ghee lamp. It carries so much of auspiciousness. Okay? And of course, chanting Hare Krishna. So no point studying all these things and become a great scholar, but end of the day, you don't chant Hare Krishna. Always remind me that. No point. I know too many things, but end of the day, I don't chant Hare Krishna. It's waste. It's just like a professor in Harvard and of course Oxford, the professor of Indology, the studies of Indian culture. They know Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad in and out, but are they a devotee? No. They are professors. So we do not want professors. We want you to relish it. Right? So what it says here, Krishna is saying that among all the chanting, I am the holy name Japa. So that means you must understand, chanting Hare Krishna is having a personal time with Krishna. Personal association with Krishna. Go on chanting. All right? So chanting Hare Krishna. So only the Maha Mantra can be our solace, can be our what they call our shelter. Okay, let's have a shelter. All right. So like that. Okay. Okay. So now another thing is, okay, now Prabhupada is also continuing. Hare Krishna. Okay, but the sacrifice of Hare Krishna, all right, there is no question of violence. There's no violence in chanting Hare Krishna, but you're performing sacrifice. The only reason that Malaysia is blessed because everyone is chanting the name of Hari. Hari Hari, Rama Rama, Hari Deepavali, Hari Raya, Hari Kamis, Hari Jumaat. Maybe that's the reason, right? So it is the simplest and the purest. Okay, what do you say? It is the simplest at the same time and the purest. Prabhupada didn't say it's simple and pure. He didn't say it is simple and pure. He said it is the simplest. I really like the way Prabhupada quote things. I start appreciating this when I start attending this Pran Govinda Prabhu's class. He start to use that word. Say, what did Prabhupada use? He can use simple. It's not to say Prabhupada don't know. Prabhupada is a scholar. He's an English scholar. It is simple and pure. But why you need to use the simplest and purest? Look at that expression. All right, it is the most, even the simplest, even the word, even this phrase simplest and purest also doesn't like really rhyme. But Prabhupada stress is the simplest project. You just need to carry your japa and start to chant Hare Krishna. And now, of course, like my spiritual master made it more easy. If you really cannot, if you're traveling and everything, be fully Krishna conscious by using clicker. But the clicker is only used to be used as a supplementary. All right. Just like, for instance, when we take supplement for what? Just to supplement our health. But our main medicine, right? Say like for a metformin, or maybe if you're taking on a diabetes or a metformin, you're taking this a pressure tablet. That is the vital. That is the principle. Right? You cannot say, oh, I'm having diabetic, I'm having hypertension. I just take some supplementary enough. That is madness. Like sometimes they say, oh, I just take supplement. Go to A and B company, some direct sales company. They start to give you some kind of a testimony. I take this medicine, everything is okay. We can't do that. That's only supplementary. But we have to go to the principle. So like that. So we have to chant with japa beads. Because japa beads, tulasi is very, very pure. For those who are not initiated, you are using neem. It's very auspicious tree. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu born under the neem tree. All right. And Tulasi Maharani is, so we're going to use Tulasi beads or neem beads, but we have to use the beads, not just gone clicker. But when you're traveling, when you're driving, when you're doing something else, you just feel like you want to be in Krishna conscious, use the clicker, that's it. Okay. It's the simplest process. But even though this process is so simple, it is the purest. There's no second word to that. It's the purest. Whatever is sublime in this world is a representation of Krishna. What Prabhupada is telling, whichever sublime, whichever something that wonderful and everything is the representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the great mountain of the world, also represent him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in previous verse, but Meru is sometimes movable, whereby the Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are greater than Meru. Okay. So with this, we end the session here. Next week, we're going to continue 26. All right. 27. Okay. We just go through this quite fast. All right. So do you have any questions or any comment? All good? Anyway, who's user? Can I know your name? User, can I know what's your name?
Sir, actually, RS is my computer
RSC.
spoil. My computer
I was wondering,
spoil.
where are you? Because you are the one always like to sing that verses. I was just meditating. Where's RSC Mataji?
Because my computer spoils, I have to send for repair.
Sorry, நான் பேரை மாத்திருப்பேனே.
பரவாயில்ல.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope that today's class has benefited you.
Yes, sir.
Best. So whatever things that I've heard and all that I've spoken is not my opinion. It's the opinion from the acharyas and also devotees association. So I hope that this thing is okay. And also at the same time, I believe that all of you are preparing your cookies for Deepavali. Okay. Please offer the cookies and give away as a prashadam. Try to avoid egg. Try to avoid all this. Try to cook purely. Offer all the urunda, murukku, whatever it is. Offer to Krishna. This Deepavali celebrate as the very spiritual Deepavali. People don't know. Hey, what is this? Why so? Why is this? Murukku and all this. Right? At the same time, go on offering ghee lamp. Read Bhagavad Gita daily. Chant Hare Krishna. Minimum 16 rounds. This month, at least for this month, try to do 16. Okay? It will help you a lot. With that, thank you so much. If I've said anything offensive, please forgive me. Not my intention, but sometimes to prove a point, it may sound differently. Okay. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha paditanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Good night.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Good night.
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhu.
Prabhu, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.